to the world of Suli Breaks. Poetry is cool this here,
Guy here.
We got true talent.
We got true talent.
True talent. Let me just tell you this. I've heard this work. Clip my fingers to this one. I'm telling you. You're gonna hear a little preview at the end.
Click your finger.
Yeah, you know, poetry, like when you hear good poetry, you click your fingers. Like, I don't know, because Nigerians, they click their toes and they do that.
Wait a minute. Basically, we'd like to introduce Mr. Suli Breaks. Welcome to the show.
What are you saying? You cool, yeah?
Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Look at this guy. He's so mellow. Look at this cool.
So humble.
So humble.
I hear my voice echoing all over the place.
So Suli, where are you from?
North London, Wood Green.
Oh, Wood Green, is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Local, yeah?
yeah, local. That's cool. What about country-wise? Where you from?
Ghana.
Oh,
Hey man, you see, now this is why my friend who's agreeing with me earlier. With the clothing.
I knew it, yeah.
Nah, I saw you man sending. I didn't want to say nothing.
I knew it,
I didn't
I
want to
knew it.
say nothing. I wanted to keep neutral in it, but obviously, you
I
know.
knew it because
GH, you know.
One of the people that you were coaching, Ayo and Jimmy.
Yeah, that's my guy.
He's
Yeah,
telling us about
Suli Breaks. Yeah.
He was telling us about your work as well, and like we could see the same wavelength that you guys are on with your poetry. It was quite impressive as well. So
Yeah.
good to bring you on.
He's got a long way to go though. Still.
Yeah.
It was, but even from what I saw on this Sunday, it was really good.
Yeah, he's
you know?
amazing. He's very, very good. If he was here, I wouldn't say that in it. But he's a very talented guy, like, you know. But his head is too big in it, so you can't let him know that.
Yes.
When did you start poetry? What got you into poetry?
I started poetry in my second year of uni, and I just graduated last year. I started it in my second year, but I didn't really get serious about it till my third year. But basically it was just someone told me to come and perform at a show. It was basically like I used to rap a long time ago. Long
I was
time
even
ago.
gonna say that because someone coming from Wood Green,
yeah.
You wouldn't think of them saying, "Oh, I'm a poet."
Nah. That took a long time. I used to rap a long time ago. And there must have been, like, this is a long story in it, but it must have been one time we were sitting at this table at Christmas Eve and everyone was vibing, doing something in it. And then they were like, oh, bust a little rap in it. I was just messing about in it. And then what happened was the president of one of the ACSs was there and he was like, we're doing a show, do you want to come and rap? And I said, I don't rap, like, be serious. But I'll do a poem just out of, like, pride that I say I can do something.
Okay.
I did that one. It went well. And then from then, like, someone was like to me, do you want to come and perform here? Do you want to come and perform there? And I just left it. From then, I performed at those places. I left it. Then, like, a year later, I just had the kind of urge to pick it up again, innit? I was just pushed by people, like, oh, yeah, you really know. Just did it from there.
So people, like, were inspired by what you was doing, innit? And you, all of a sudden, it's like, it was nothing that you intended to, like, okay, I'm going to get into poetry. It just came something natural. And that's interesting. Some people, you know, they get into stuff without even really having a passion for it. And then when they do it, you think that they've been doing it from, you know.
Yeah, someone very close to me just kept on pushing me, saying, you know, you're really good at it, just keep on doing it, innit? So I owe them a lot of my inspiration, innit?
Like, what I hear from a lot of poets is that writer's block becomes a problem. So it's like, what like motivates you? Like, what inspires you to make good poems? Like, what carries you on?
I think I don't force myself to write, in the sense that I don't think I get writer's block, because you get writer's block when you're trying to push something, innit? But I don't force myself to write. If it comes to me, then I just kind of let it flow from there. If I see something happen, something occur, and I just push it from there, like, oh yeah, that was live, let me write about that, or nah, that's quite bad, let me write about that, just something like that. Yeah, like something like, maybe something I may hear someone say. It's more, I don't really watch TV that much, you know, because I still got one of them coat hanger aerials in it, so boy, man is grinding with that one. But I don't watch TV too tough. I don't even have a games console, like I'm not even at home that much, like. But so like, it's just something I may hear someone say, and I may think that's a stupid thing to think, and I start just formulating it in my head. Like, a lot of the time I don't really write. Now that I got my BlackBerry, I write on my BlackBerry, but prior to that, obviously, don't always have pen and paper in it. So I just kind of let it zone in my head. Then when I used to get home, I'd just jot something down. So it wasn't me sitting at a desk trying to think of something. It's like, yeah, it's already there.
Okay, it's good to know you're doing your thing as well. I also wanted to know, like, deep down, I was hearing something about the University of Suli Breaks. If you'd like to tell us what that is about.
Yeah, that's basically where I kind of get young poets, like with talent, like Iowa, as you may say, and I kind of try to mentor them. And like, bring out the best in them of what they can do. Like I just try to push them, take them to shows with me. So basically they learn off experiences which I've had. So it kind of helps them to get further or get better than I am. Yeah, you know.
So that's cool. So would you think poetry is a good, you know, not perfect, well, career? I don't know, a career. Where would you see your career going from here? Seeing as you are a law graduate, where would you see this poetry going with you?
I suppose it's only as far as you envision it, innit? In terms of like, there's been a lot of success within the entertainment industry at the moment among urban artists. Like if you look at Eddie Caddy, then if you look at artists like Tiny Temper and stuff like that. So the avenues are there for entertainment wise, whether poetry or whatever. I suppose it depends on how far I'm willing to take it myself, because you can only limit yourself. If I think it can only go this way, then maybe.
Right now, you're about to give us a nice poem for the audience.
They'll put me on the spot.
Listeners. Well, sorry, but you know, this is what we have to do.
Man.
TGI Fridays.
TGI Friday, hook people up. You know. So go ahead when you're ready.
When I'm ready.
What you laughing for, Sal, man?
You know, funny.
Gosh.
There we go.
Let's go.
I knew a girl named Candy who wasn't too sweet. Had a friend named Bright who wasn't that bright. I don't see what's the point of having a friend named Comfort, cause she never really provided that much comfort. Then there was Rich, who was always asking me to lend him 50p. My relationship with Stella was pretty stellar, and my mum's name's Patience. But when it came to me, she was pretty impatient. What about Neil, who had a bum knee, so we couldn't really kneel? And Ariel never ever had no reception on her phone. Mercedes, Porsche, and Alexis didn't even drive. And Mr. Erickson had a Motorola. Johnny had his first baby when he was 16, so he didn't exactly stick to his namesake, if you know what I mean. Ernest was never really Ernest. DJ was a terrible DJ. April was born in May, but May was born in June. Tried Peach, but she wasn't that sweet, and Crystal couldn't have been any more cheap. So don't tell me he knows about justice because he's called the police, or because he's labelled a preacher, you have to listen to what he preach. You can't label him a man till he can stand on his knees and his hand to provide for his fam. Labels by themselves are worthless. Labels don't mean anything until you could earn them. Thank you, yeah.
No, there's no clapping, it's clicking. That's a clicking thing right there. Look, guys, if you like that poem, give us a little click on the wall. Just give us a little click. I like that. I was very... Like, when did you make that? What was that? Was it one of your first news poems?
That was just like... I was just messing about with my little cousins and stuff like that, innit? My little sister hates it, innit? Because I was just throwing it about with them, just messing about with them. And it's in my head, I don't really perform it that much, but whenever I feel like messing about, it's there, innit?
So that's not even your highest peak of Look, this is TGI Fridays. I demand the high... Like, that was very good. I'm surprised. Like, most poets would be there thinking, like, they wouldn't even come up with that. And you're there messing about and you're making that high quality poem. So give us something that, you know, what was it, one of your hardest poems?
I can't even remember. Probably the first one I wrote, innit? The one everyone likes, that one's R.I.P. innit? That one, people think it took me long, but it didn't really take me that long, but yeah. To all the victims of the gun crime and knife crime, to them I say R.I.P. But when I say R.I.P., I don't just mean rest in peace. I mean rewind it please, so we can remain in peace. I had to read it properly to get it right in perspective. Cause we reside in poverty, but don't want rights in property. We'd rather rob innocent people, cause he gains respect in popping me. That's a real ignorant philosophy. We need to reject its prophecy. Stand up and R.I.P. Rep it properly, cause raw its peak went from rice in peas to rifles in pockets, ruining interstate projects. Raw it's apart turns to riots in parks. Rotted I impede, remember I plead the realness I preach. We have reminders in present. Why you think the Damilola Taylor Centre R.I.P. remains in Peckham? Rise in position, life, remember its price. Cause you say rude boy it's principle, but really it's pride. Raw I preach, remember it please, but if you don't, just remember this piece. So next time you hear me say R.I.P., know that I don't just mean rest in peace. I mean rewind it please, so we can remain in peace. Peace. And I even remixed that one still, yeah.
Whoa!
I got a remix to that one, you know. I got a remix to that one if I can remember it still, but I sound...
What? Collecting.
It goes...
Wait, let me get this together. You're telling me that whole poem was revolved around letters, words beginning with R.I.P.
Yeah.
How did? Now let me tell you, like, let me just get together.
Wow. That was
How did you come up with that? Like, where did the creativity come from?
Sheesh.
Seriously, like, wow.
To be honest, I don't know. You always try and take it one step further, innit? Like sometimes you think, oh, that's a good idea. Then you think, oh, nah, I can make it better.
Well, so where could people get to listen to more of your poems?
If you go to, you get the DVD in it, that's at www.sulibreaks.com. That's got most of it on it. And if you go to youtube.com/SuliBreezy, that's all, that's a lot of material there. That's all videos, shows, everything, just me messing about. And then also you can follow me on Twitter. I'm on this Twitter thing now, innit? And it's really addictive. So, you know, www.twitter.com/SuliBreaks. Now,
So Suli, you know, since, you know, starting this, have you had your fair share of people that have said, you know, oh, you're dead, like, you're rubbish? Or has it been, you know, really like a bed of roses?
you know, it's like, it's been good, innit? Like, it's hard when you're trying to get out there, but in terms of the shows, it's been good. But I'll tell a lie, about a month ago, I got booed off stage, innit? But if I explain the full story for you, that one was kind of first, it wasn't personal, it was basically like, my boy was DJing at an event and he was like to me, you know, come through in it. But you know when there's an event, it was in Sheffield in it, and it was an international event. Everybody was drunk, and he said he's DJing in it, so it's like he's ready to play music. It's at 12 o'clock, and I came on stage like, Sheffield, can I speak to you? Everyone was like, boo, like no one was even gave man a chance to speak in it. So basically, just to cut the long story short, I just bowed out gracefully, innit? I just said, nah, this is not gonna happen, innit?
Wow.
Yeah, but that was an experience, though, innit? Whatever don't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. You know, wow.
Yeah, that was a bit of a madness.
No, but the thing is, like, many poets would have stopped right there. So it's good to know you've actually like
I performed in Sheffield again the next week, man. It was mad.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like.
So you kept your head up high.
Not immediately. Like I left from the stage straight out the venue, innit? Like I walked out the venue, said I'm going home, bro. Even though my train was next day, I said I'm going home, bro. I said nah, I did this, innit? And you know some people are patronising. They're like, oh, you're really good, mate. I think how can I be good if I didn't get to talk? Like, you know, you're trying to humour me. So yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I walked up the venue. I walked to the train station. Then I thought, this is stupid. Like, let me just soldier it, innit? Yeah.
Right, and I respect that as well. And as well, have you got a Facebook?
Yeah, I got Facebook. You know, Facebook disabled my account.
Wow.
A few weeks ago. Nah, it's deep. Facebook took it deep for me. They disabled my account a few weeks ago for 7 straight days, and I said I'm not gonna have it. So I made a video on YouTube saying Suli Breaks versus Facebook, innit? Saying that people should post it, innit? People started posting it. The next day, Facebook reactivated my account. Emotional though, innit? Because I was hurt, like. But yeah, so at first my Facebook used to be Suli Breaks. But now you have to take my real name is Suli Amoko. I'm more cool for you guys, isn't it? So if you type in Suli Breaks, it should come up, but you'll see Suli Amoko. That's because Facebook after that they wanted to have one up in it.
We thank God. You see, I'm more that's the name there. There's people that are ashamed, but you put it on the Facebook. So if you guys want to,
I didn't put it, but Facebook won't let me change it. I can't even type in the box where you change your name. It's barred like on my account. Yeah, man, it's deep.
My gosh.
Okay. I like to call this urban life. Let's see. I got 4 eyes and you call me a nerd, but I was tall as a tree and fly like a bird.
Sheesh.
You see, I was back in the days in school, top of my classes, and I got an E in maths, but you would say I got an A because I wear glasses.
Sheesh.
That's a wrap.
Welcome to the world of Suli Breaks.